Another 1-1 draw, this time at the Den. Is there a little bit of light on the horizon? Let's have a little chat about it. So, this is the full-time reaction of the game that finished at the Den. Millwall 1, Coventry City 1. Listen, yes, another draw. I'm going to get the positives out of the way first. We didn't lose. We responded well once we went a goal down. The goal that we conceded, I thought, was absolutely stupid. We should have kept that out of the back of the net. 1000%. We should have kept that out of the back of the net. But listen, I'm going to keep this brief. It's a point, another point. Yes, we need to win these games, but we need to realise that our squad is very, very thin, and it's a good thing that they're all coming back on Monday. Hutch was on the bench, but I'm going to get into the little things that I don't want to say refused to do, but didn't really do a lot of. We didn't flipping cross the ball. We didn't cross the ball. We got a giant centre forward up there, and we barely crossed the ball. What do we expect? Get the ball in the box, get the ball into the mixer, and see what happens. But I ain't gonna really moan. I've calmed down a little bit. I think in the end we can't moan. Look at the squad we needed to fill today. I thought Gary was positive in a sense of he wanted to try and win the game with the substitutions he put on, but they didn't really have enough time to get into the game. So, listen, one negative is I thought Leonard was absolutely crap today. Ryan Leonard, he didn't play well today, but we don't have a right back until Danny Matt comes back. So, listen, it's another point against a very good side. We need to realise who we are. We need to realise what squad we have available at this present moment in time. They're all coming back in training Monday, so hopefully our season will start next Saturday at the City Ground. I should be going to that game. So, listen, I expect us to win at Nottingham Forest. I do expect us to win at Nottingham Forest. They're bottom of the league. But listen, we were good in spells. The goal we conceded was good build-up play, good patchy play between, I think it was Bradders and Jed. But the goal, by the way, that we had disallowed, was it offside? I don't think it was offside. The referee was diabolical. But listen, I ain't going to moan. I will see you Wednesday if you're going. And I fully expect us to start our season at Nottingham Forest. See you Wednesday if you're going. Keep our heads up, boys. Onwards and upwards. Coming with us.
I would say is, the last two...
Gaffer, we take a point, but there's one big talking point of that game.
Yeah, there's a big talking point of the game, I think, that... It certainly was onside. It looked onside. I wouldn't say it was clear, but it looked onside. I think the challenge the linesman has is he sees smudge, but he doesn't see the defender behind him who's playing him onside. So disappointing, because I think it was a moment in the game that whether we deserved it or not, we go 2-1 up, and it makes it very difficult for the opposition, But what I would say is, the last two games, I felt we came stronger towards the end of the game and looked really fit and fresh. But maybe two journeys and a lack of options in terms of being able to change the team just stopped us from creating any momentum second half. I think Coventry are a really good side. Whichever way you look at it, you have to sometimes accept that I thought they moved the ball better than us. I thought they were brighter than us. I thought O'Hare just playing in behind the front two. I thought the front two caused us a lot of problems against our three. And we didn't deal with them as well as we should do. But they're a good side, and you have to give them credit for that. And I think they've evolved really, really well since they've come into the Championship. But we looked gassed second half. We looked tired second half. We looked leggy. I changed formation about 3 times to see if I could change it. I put different players on to see if I could change it, and nothing we did really made any difference. Apart from the odd fleeting attack, we just couldn't quite get close enough to sustain any sort of pressure second half. So I think it's a game where, we're disappointed. I think, the last 2 games, I think we deserved more than 2 draws. Today, I think we're relatively fortunate to get a draw. And all I would say is, there's a chink of light on the horizon. I think we've got players now coming back Monday, and I think that, Leicester game aside, I think if you look to next Saturday, hopefully we should be in a position where we've got the majority of our squad fit and ready to go.
Yeah, Coventry's form going under the radar. They've started the season really well, so you can't underestimate them. And to respond after going a goal down must have really impressed you. A really well-worked move too. Yeah,
it's a really good goal. I was disappointed with their goal. I think we had a couple of opportunities. Our 2 centre-halves, if you're a big, strong centre-half, I just feel as though you can't allow Goycrest to get into that position. I was a bit disappointed whether he gets a little bit of fortune with a bounce, but in my opinion, he makes the fortune by being strong. And we've just got to do a little bit better there, in my opinion. So to go a goal down at that point, again, we've done it a lot of times. We've responded well. The character in the team, I don't think it's in question, but we shouldn't really be in that position. So, but we scored a good goal. I think it comes from a goal kick. Jed lands on the seconds. Good interplay between Jed, Smudge, and I think it's Lenny or Bradders. And then Sav makes a brilliant run off Jed's cross to finish it off. Gets a little deflection, but it's a good finish, and that's what we brought him into the club to do. And I was really pleased for him that he ended up in there. 'Cause I think he's got better and better as the games have come on. We have to remember he was one of the ones who had COVID pre-season, and we don't know the effect of it, but what we certainly know is that he's looking stronger every game. But like I said, sometimes you have to accept the opposition. I thought Coventry were better than us today. I thought Coventry were brighter and a little bit more inventive. And we've got to make sure that when we've got our full squad available, that we start to pick the wins up that we need. We're hanging in there at the moment. It's not ideal. We accept that we're not in the position that we want to be. But what I would say is, in my opinion, the players have given everything today. It just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, we talk about hanging in there. As long as we're picking up points, though, at the same time, to keep us ticking along until we can get our full strength squad back.
I think that's all we can do. I think the challenge at the moment is, you go to West Brom, a 5-hour journey, get back. You go to Swansea. I mean, you've got to understand that some of these players are getting back, early Thursday morning at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's very, very difficult to recover physically from that type of thing. I'm not making an excuse, that's just a fact. I always felt today would be a really difficult game. I felt it would be hard. I made 2 changes, but it didn't necessarily change the freshness or the mobility of the team. So it's tough. I think we should have Hutch back training Monday. He's been back training anyway, but should be available for Wednesday. We should have Bennett hopefully back training Monday. We should have George Evans back training Monday. We should have Danny McNamara back training Monday. Shea Ojo hopefully will be available for Saturday. And I think we'll be in a far better position to not be judged. I don't mean to be judged, but to try and build on what we've tried to achieve over the last 2 seasons, which is get better and better every season. At the moment, we're all a bit disappointed, but we certainly stick together and see if we can improve our performances.